Hi guys, how is it going? So I'm having my pre-workout coffee because I'm gonna shoot the new workout soon. But I'm gonna show you how I make my morning coffee because the coffee that I make has a lot of benefits. It's gonna help you to get more energy for your workouts, and it's super delicious. So here it is. You're gonna need freshly brewed coffee. I ground my own coffee and then I brew it. Then you're gonna need unsalted butter. I'm using the Kerrygold. And then 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. And I'm totally out of it. See, because I use it all the time, so I have to get new coconut oil. And then you're gonna need a little bit of ground cinnamon. Just sprinkle it over the top because it's delicious. So you're gonna need a blender. I'm using Magic Bullet blender. Any kind of little blender will do. And you will add the 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, then 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and then just the coffee. Yummy. It smells really nice. And what it does, it creates a really nice, delicious foam on top. So when you pour it into your cup, you have the nice foam on top. You're just gonna sprinkle it with a little bit of cinnamon. So now that you know how I make my morning pre-workout coffee, I wanted to show you my progress with my pants. So last time I showed you that I was working on my new patterns for the pants, and today I can show you already the first muslin pants. Yay! So the muslin is basically the first step before I make the first prototype. You make the muslin out of a very just plain cheap fabric, just to try those pants on, make sure that you like the cut, make sure that you like the design. And if there are any changes you want to make, you're just gonna make the changes on the muslin, and then you're gonna transfer the cut. You're gonna transfer the pattern onto the actual fabric that you want to use. So I'm super excited about the muslin pants because I tried them on and they fit perfectly. I don't have to do another one because usually you end up doing several muslins until you get it just right. The first muslin pair of pants apparently never works out. So I'm really happy and really excited that the first one, we just nailed it and it was awesome. So that's that. I have to wait for my teacher to come back because I have a teacher that teaches me how to make patterns and how to sew and all that stuff, and it's been so much fun. I got this new sewing machine. Check this out. This one is so cool. It's a Viking from Husqvarna and it has so many great features. It's really a lot of fun and it's super relaxing. So that's that about my new clothing line. That's all I wanted to show you. And now I just want to answer some of your questions because you guys have been asking me a lot of questions. So I picked 2 for today. And today I want to talk about diet because Christine has asked me how do I deal with my cravings. And then we're going to talk about plastic surgeries. So Kristen has asked me how to deal with cravings and how to avoid binging on foods that are obviously not good for us. So if you do have a problem with that, and if you do end up always pigging out on something that you shouldn't be, it's because you don't have a plan. So all you have to do is to make a plan and stick to it. Make sure that you pick your favorite healthy snacks and have a good list of them that you can see all the time, preferably in the kitchen. What's up, Gypsy? Do you have cravings for something? Do you have cravings for something good? Well, let's see. Let's see what we can do about that. So if you keep the list of healthy snacks somewhere where you can see it, like in your kitchen, you can stick it onto your fridge, and you can always choose whatever healthy snack you want when you have the cravings, and that's the easiest, most efficient way to battle with it, because you know that if you're not ready, you may reach for something that's not exactly healthy for you, or maybe it's too high in calories and you don't want to sabotage your diet. So make your list of healthy snacks. Charlie, what you're snacking on? What is it that you're snacking on right now? Hey, I'm here. Okay, let's talk about plastic surgery. I picked this beautiful natural environment for this topic. I just read a comment from one of you girls out there that said that you're getting almost depressed about your body, about your boobs, especially because you don't have big boobs, you don't feel feminine because of that. And I just want to let you know that it has nothing to do with the size of your boobs, really. I mean, I felt like that 10 years ago, that's why I got my boob job, but you know, it doesn't mean that I would do the same decision today. It's not something that I would recommend to people either, because it can go wrong. You know, you don't know, you can have complications. I was lucky. I can say that I don't regret it, because I was lucky. I didn't have any complications. I like the way it looks. It makes me feel good. It makes me look good in the clothes. But I would probably not make the same decision nowadays, because I realized it has really nothing to do with the size of your boobs. If you don't feel feminine, it's because of your own perspective, and you might be just influenced by someone or something. A lot of times we get influenced by the entertainment business, and our look on people might be distorted, and our self-image might be distorted, because maybe you're watching like a lot of movies or TV shows with Sofia Vergara or something like that, or somebody else like that, because you know, she's sexy, she's funny, she's got great personality, and you may feel like it's her body that makes her that way, that makes her so sexy and pretty and all that stuff. But I honestly don't think that. I think it's the personality, the person's personality. And you might be just on the other side of the spectrum. You might be just on the side of the spectrum of women that are very slim, slender, and have small boobs. Look at Michelle Pfeiffer, or look at you know, what's this girl name? She's really pretty. Keira Knightley or Kate Hudson. They're all very beautiful, sexy women, and with great personalities. And you know, they don't care if they have big boobs or small boobs. Nobody cares about that, because they're just beautiful and sexy the way they are, and so are you. You just don't see it because your perspective is distorted, you know. So just, you have to just own it and realize that you're maybe on the other side of the spectrum. You belong to the category of women that are naturally slender and slim and have small boobs, and that's fine too, because there are many beautiful and attractive women like that. And look at Michelle Pfeiffer, was voted the most sexiest woman in Hollywood year after year after year, and nobody cared if she had small boobs or big boobs. It had nothing to do with that, you know. So I think that's that. And I have to say, it's not like I'm judging plastic surgeries. If you really need it, like if you're after an accident, or if you have some kind of birth defect that you really want to fix, there's nothing wrong with it. But there is a really fine line that, you know, I have to realize that I live in Los Angeles and I see this all the time. It's not pretty when it's really not pretty when you're trying to look younger by yanking your face back, and then you really look like a lizard. There is nothing pretty about that, you know. So there is a difference between fixing little things on you and then going overboard with it. So you don't want to end up like that. And like I said, like sometimes you go through things when you're young, you don't really think about it, like I did. I got my boob job. Luckily, I have to knock on wood that I didn't have any problems with it, and I'm happy with the results. But like I said, like I wouldn't have probably made the same decision nowadays, you know, today, because my perspective has changed over the years, and so will yours. So that's it for today. I've talked a lot, and I wanted to tell you guys that I've been working on the Summer Shred series for the Z Gym, so that we can get into awesome shape for the summer. And I've been doing these workouts already, and I feel amazing. I really love the results that these workouts are giving me, so I can't wait to see your own progress. So remember, May 18 in the Z Gym we're starting the summer shred, and I'm really excited about that. So I will see you either tomorrow in the Z Gym, or I will see you next time on YouTube. Ciao.